going to try to slow it down for you guys because I realized in the last couple takes I spoke a little fast, and that's not good. I want you guys to actually understand the content that I'm trying to put out, and you guys actually listen and understand and comprehend and digest everything that I'm trying to say. So obviously, welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to go over 5 common mistakes that every new trader makes or tend to make. The first mistake is going to be improper risk management. All that means is that your risk management is not aligned with your trading strategy or the way you should be typically trading. What I mean by that is a lot of new traders will just see some sort of profit on their phone and be like, okay, great, beautiful, I'm making money, let's do it. But they don't realize that there's a lot more to it than just, oh, I'm making some money, right? Because you want to be efficient. You want to make sure you're doing things right and optimally. And nonetheless, usually you want to go for a 1 to 2 at least. All these people that are going for 1 to 1, that's just not good, because the way that risk management works and the reason it's so important and fundamental to building a great base for your trading strategy is, let's say you have a 1 to 4 risk ratio. That's amazing, right? That's like the bread and butter right there, because guess what? You could win 1 trade, gain 4%. Very simple math, right? Now think about it inversely, right? Because we live in the real world and we do make mistakes, and sometimes we take losing trades. It's very common. There's nothing wrong with that, and you should be perfectly fine with learning and progressing. So you lose 4 trades, that's 4%, and you're like, okay, dang, now I'm down 4%. But the reality of risk management is you could literally bring that account back with just 1 trade. That's a 1 to 4, and that's it. And then boom, you're back in the money. So let's put this in a bigger grand scheme of things, right? Let's say that you take 3 winning trades, right? 4, 8, 12. Beautiful. Now you're up 12%. Guess what? Now you could literally lose 12 trades out of 3 wins that you had. So you could literally just win 3 trades and lose 12, and your account's at break even, right? So that's super, super important, because that gives you a lot of leg room to make errors, right? Because that's the whole point of trading. You're going to learn, you're going to blow accounts, you're going to fund accounts, you're going to progress. Hopefully that's the whole goal. But if your risk management is up to par, then that's amazing. You have so much leg room that's almost impossible to fail, and that's what you want to do in trading. You want to make sure that you skew the odds in your favor. You want to make sure that every trade you take takes you 3-4 steps ahead rather than behind, or even just stay stagnant. So for the second mistake, it's improper lot sizes. What I mean by that is that goes aligned with your risk management. If you use the wrong lot size, ultimately, let's say if it's 10, 20 pip stop loss, because of your wrong lot size, you're going to hit that 1% risk like this super fast, and that's not good. For simple measurements or simple calculations, I'm going to use, let's say, a 100K funded account from whatever prop firm, no matter which one, and you're going to be trading gold. A good rule of thumb for that would be, for 1%, 100 pips of gold out of 1 lot is $1,000. Boom, that's 1% right there. So now it's super simple math. 100 pips on gold, 1 lot is $1,000, 1%. Beautiful, simple math. Obviously, 50K, 0.5, 200K, 2 lot. Obviously, if your risk strategy is, risk 2% for 8%, that's perfectly fine as well. Just up the lot. But be careful with your lot size. What I always recommend people to do is to actually open a demo account on whichever brokerage or prop firm they're going to go with, just simply to get a feel for what the lot sizes are. Because a lot of brokerages, depending on your leverage as well, have different measurements for what the lot size actually mean and represent in the dollar value as well as the pip value. Without having the accurate, representation of what the pip value is, then it's impossible for you to properly calculate what your lot size is. And I know it sounds like, oh my God, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of math. It's not really. If you stick to 1 to 2 pairs, it's super easy, because you're going to have a lot of fixed lot sizes for both those pairs. So you already know how to scale into position and which lots to open those positions in, which is amazing. Super simple stuff. My whole thing is be sustainable, be consistent. That's the most important thing in anything. The third mistake is going to be overtrading. Overtrading is very self-explanatory. You're just taking way too many trades. You're possibly seeing things that aren't even on the chart. A good rule of thumb that I tell everybody is that if you don't see anything on the chart in the first 30 minutes of you looking at the chart, or even an hour, then there's nothing there. And that's perfectly fine. Sometimes there is no trade to take. So you just move on, or you just evaluate whatever's going on and you keep an eye on it. Don't focus and spend too many hours on the chart without actually being able to take a trade. Not every day is a trading day. And you have to understand that it's always better to miss a winning trade than taking a losing trade. All that means is literally I'd rather miss a winning trade than take a losing trade, because a losing trade will obviously put me down 1% or 2% or whatever the case might be with my trading strategy. Now, the fourth mistake is going to be not having a trading strategy, like I just mentioned. What a trading strategy is basically criteria that you're going to have on, let's say, a checklist. This is what I like to call it, just a little simple checklist. I like to have 5 accomplishments that are going to make sense and you can check off every single time to make sure that it's the right trade for you to take. I'll make another video on how to make a proper trading strategy, as well as a very simple cookie cutter checklist that will work for literally anybody. All you gotta do is make sure your TA and your fundamental analysis is all up to par, and you're good, you're golden. So having a trading strategy is super important, because without that, then you're not trading. You're just gambling, you're just guessing. You have no reason to be in a trade. And a quick tip for that is going to be, every single time you win a trade and every single time you lose a trade, you should be able to answer 2 questions. Why did I win that trade, and why did I lose that trade? If you can't answer those questions, then you shouldn't have been in that trade to begin with. Very simple stuff, and that's the whole point of trading. You don't want to complicate yourself or, get a headache over thinking about all these philosophies and all these theories and a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Just focus on the very simple and basic things. That's going to save you a lot of headache and a lot of time. The 5th mistake that a lot of people have is lack of discipline. And all I mean by lack of discipline is like having no discipline in your regimen or routine as a trader. If this is something you want to do full time, you have to have a set schedule. And what I mean by set schedule is stick to your trading strategy, right? Stick to your risk reward ratio. Stick to your lot sizes. Don't. It's like someone goes to a casino and they want to double down every single time they lose a hand. You should have a strategy behind everything you do when it comes to trading. With a lack of discipline, frankly, everything else is going to go out of whack, and that's not good. That just hurts you and hurts your account and your funds. And frankly, your mental as well, because taking too many losses and not knowing why you're taking those losses and not keeping yourself accountable ultimately hurts you and hurts the people around you, because sometimes your mood, goes bad, and that's just not good for anybody. So a quick tip for discipline is create a routine, right? Let's say if you're a London trader, then, make sure that those are the times that you're trading. That's a quick another thing that you could add to your trading strategy is, I only trade London. These are the hours I should be trading. These are the hours I'm going to dedicate towards the charts and actually taking trades that are active. Anything else, I'm not going to do. And that's just a good basis to go off of. Obviously, as you get more experience, you could take out of session trades, and that's perfectly fine because you have other criteria for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Like I said, I will be doing in-depth videos on the checklist, discipline, psychology, all that good stuff for you guys to enjoy. So take care.